Hey guys, it's Sammy, aka Sting Like a Butterfly, Dance Like a Bee, and we got some new patch notes which came out today on the Xbox and PS3, and they'll probably be on the Wii U and the PC today, if not a little bit sooner. So first of all, the gameplay is a pretty good gameplay I had on Demolition on the grind map. I started off with a blister iron sight and it didn't work out that well, and I switched to the M81 and things started to get a little bit better. So anyway, let's get into what's actually happened. So the first thing is some feature improvements, well, or they've added some features. So they've added a support for the free trial of Revolution DLC, which is going to be from tomorrow, which is the 24th of May to the 28th of May. So if you haven't already bought the Revolution map pack, then you can have a go of it, see if you like it. They've also added support for Personalization pack community voting. So if you didn't know, there's going to be 4 new camos, which you can vote on, and I think it's going to be the top 2 you can actually choose and buy if you want to, you know, it's there if you want it. So they've, quite interestingly, they've improved and expanded upon who can be the host of a game lobby, which is, I hope is going to be good, because a lot of times I've been like, why on earth has this person been chosen as a host? It's like the game doesn't really realise who is, how bad their connection is. Happened to me a couple of times when I've been lagging, but you know, it's not my fault really if it selects me, so hopefully we're going to have better games because of it. So we're going to skip straight away to the gameplay balancing. I'll get over the interesting stuff first. So they've nerfed the Cap 40 and the B23R, and so they basically, it says here they've reduced the damage, but that can mean a lot of different things. They could have reduced the short range damage, or the long range damage, or what they did last time when they said they reduced the damage on the FAL. They actually reduced the range a lot, so we could have just have the range reduced a lot. We'll find out. They've also reduced it for the dual wield B23Rs like they did with the Cap 40, and if they've reduced the range like they did last time, this is exactly what it said. And they've also reduced the hipfire accuracy, so dual wield's taken a bit of a massive nerf, which is good because I was getting killed by them quite a lot last night. And they've also increased the movement speed with the FHJ-18. So as for the multiplayer issues, what have we got here? Okay, resolved an issue reported by the community where the reticle would sometimes disappear. Not too massive, but it's been sorted out now. Address an issue reported by the community where the Peacekeeper would sometimes disappear after a host migration. This never happened to me, but I have heard about people saying it happened. Address an issue reported by the community where the Scorestreak progress bar would not fill up. Fix an issue reported by the community where the ammo count for the death machine and war machine would reset on round change. This was starting to become quite a common thing to see, because no one really used the death machine and the war machine before. And if you didn't know, in Demolition, Capture the Flag, anything with a round change, Domination as well, other than Search and Destroy, say if you had 1 ammo left in your death machine, then at the beginning of the next round you'd have 200 again. So people were sort of using it until they had a little bit left and then go back to it. But to be honest with you, I don't really think the Scorestreak's that awesome anyway, so I wouldn't bother even with that. So they fixed the player's character model shifting sideways slightly when the A10F Warthog makes a strafe run. I never noticed it, but I guess that's just when you look at the plane, they did always seem to be slightly off to the left, I think, compared to where the actual bullets were going, but well, that's been fixed anyway. Alright, what else we got? Address an issue with the death machine receiving the war machine's ammo. I've never seen that happen, but I don't know if that means it was firing war machine ammo at the rate of death machine, because that would be pretty insane. But if it was like that, I'm glad that's been fixed. Jesus, that would have been a nightmare. C4 will no longer detonate when it touches the front of the moving gondolas on downhill. Those things just annoy me anyway, to be honest, and they just seem to have no end of problems. I wish they weren't in that level, because it's a pretty good level. And those things just annoy me, just because I find it a bit stupid that it kills you so easily. Right, so they resolved a client freeze when the client continues scrolls created class sets while the host of party changes lobbies and brings the party with them. Okay. Fix an issue with sound and visual effects not working when a tactical insertion is destroyed by the sliding alien targets on Studio. Address an issue with C4 not being destroyed by the sliding alien targets on Studio. I don't see why they would, but they are now. Resolved an issue with the player floating down slowly when respawning if their tactical insertion was placed on a ledge. And also the last one is fix an issue with the held Scorestreak weapons not reloading the current ammo upon death. Right, so that's all of the multiplayer side. Quickly I'm going to mention the zombies issues they've addressed. They've fixed an issue on Die Rise with people getting stuck in the starting room on Die Rise, or zombie, sorry, getting stuck. Not sure if that's a glitch or or an exploit people were using. For Mob of the Dead, they've fixed a lot more zombie pathing issues where people could just hide from zombies. Seems to be a lot more in this game compared to the original Black Ops, probably because his maps are a lot bigger, but it seems to be happening a lot more. They addressed another one where zombies would pile up on the planted zombie shield. Fixing issues where players could get more blundergats than intended. Oh, I tell you what, I have hardly played Mob of the Dead, but I love that weapon. I'm really going to have to play some more of it. Addressing issues where you could fall out of the gondola into unplayable areas. Addressing issues where player could mantle into unplayable areas in the cell house. Addressing an issue in grief mode where players could push each other out onto the top of the map in the cell house. Grief mode, not a fan of it anyway. Fix an issue where players could not receive grenades after round change. Fix an issue where afterlife doors would not show up if you hot joined a game, so I guess joined in session. Fix several theatre mode issues where the free roam camera would clip out of the world. Fix an issue where all the players in the co-op game could hear the click of an empty ray gun. Do they click? I didn't even know that. Address an issue where the players could revive themselves and fall under staircases. Fix an issue where the Hell's retriever effects would sometimes vanish. I did see that happen the couple of times I was playing. Fix an issue where zombies would not attack players crouched in corners. Fix an issue where players could fall through the map after being revived in the infirmary. Fix an issue with random afterlife markers would show up for players after the first plane's trip. So looks like they just fixed a load of exploits then. Nothing too major there, but they got to do it, otherwise people will just constantly get to the top of leaderboards. Be cool if they kept them for custom matches, because to be honest with you, we used to enjoy doing them back in Black Ops. Not just because we want to get really high, we just used to love it. I don't know why. It was just a lot of fun. But anyway, I hope you like the new intro as well, and new annotation thing. I spent a bit of time doing it, and I think it looks pretty good, but it'll probably look crap, and no one will like it, and I'll cry. But yeah, other than that, if you want to keep on top of all the patch notes, make sure you stay around, because I always try and get them out the day it comes out as well. And we'll just have to see how the Cat 40 and the B23R feel now, because I haven't actually used them that much. I did have a go at the dual wheel Cat 40s when they nerfed them, and to be honest with you, they still felt pretty good. You know, I think they just sort of tuned them so that they are more usable in the range that they're supposed to be used, unlike before where they were pretty much just reaching out for miles. So I don't think we got anything to worry about too much. So anyway guys, that's pretty much everything I want to cover. Hope this information has been useful to you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye now. Bye bye.